The world of social media is a strange one. One of the most common problems social media sparks are feelings of jealousy in people. That leads to insecurity and those people resenting the ones that they envy. What is the source of these feelings? Where do they come from? Let's try and examine how social media actually works. Social media is a place where people display a persona which usually far outdoes their actual quality of life. One example of this is that although a person may not have a lot of wealth, they post misleading photos on Facebook or Instagram of themselves on glamorous holidays and at expensive restaurants. Another common one you often see is how we usually put our most flattering photographs on social media, which obviously do not represent the way we really look most of the time. For these reasons, the image you often see of someone online doesn't properly reflect who they really are. In fact, it almost never does. This is the cause of so much jealousy. But why? Well, just think about it for a second. You might be scrolling down your Facebook feed and see that somebody you know from back in your school days is in a photo surrounded by what seems to be tons of new friends. Before you start feeling jealous or lonely, think to yourself, maybe they're not really as popular as that photo makes them out to look. I call it the Facebook discount. Everything is always 50% off. Don't let it make you feel bad or small, because when you compare yourself to that person, you're just not being fair to yourself. It's not an accurate comparison. Let me explain. The trap that people often fall into is that they'll compare their own real lives to the fake social media personas of their friends and of strangers. There simply is no truth to that comparison. So next time you're feeling insta envy, try this. Compare your social media profile to theirs, or your personal life to theirs. Not one to the other, but we don't. And that makes us feel really terrible about ourselves and envious of so many of those around us. A fascinating study was conducted by psychologists at the University of Pittsburgh and published in the American Journal of Preventive Medicine. It suggests that too much time on sites like Twitter, Snapchat, Reddit, and Tumblr may elicit feelings of envy and the distorted belief that others lead happier and more successful lives. This sort of jealousy often has very clear manifestations. Have you ever seen people accuse others of bragging just because they posted something about one of their achievements, like getting good grades or an exciting new job? The irony is, while a heated online debate raged whether it was appropriate to post and like someone's admirable grades online because it might make someone feel bad, we routinely like people's doctored and filtered photos. Can you guess which one we actually deserve praise for? Though this isn't necessarily bragging at all, as it's often very normal to want to share your own genuine accomplishments with others, it can be interpreted as such by us when we are feeling jealous or insecure. So there we have it. Social media generates feelings of envy. But what could be the solution? Nobody wants to stop spending a healthy amount of time online. We love it. We've dealt with that in previous videos. We're suggesting something entirely different. Think. When you see somebody post something of which you're jealous, remember that everybody, ourselves included, post things in order to show themselves in a more glamorous light than is really true. So how can we try and change that, especially when we may be part of the very same problem? Well, when you post the next thing on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, or any other social media platform, think to yourself, why am I posting this? Is this post in any way offensive? Does it serve a purpose? Is it maybe a little deceptive? Does it constitute bragging? Is it sensitive to those around me who may not have what I have? Let's clarify. There are plenty of positive reasons why one may post things online. Whether it be shedding light on something that's important to you or sharing something that you're proud of with your close friends. You might be posting something funny, educational, or better yet, one of JTV's posts. The point is not that we should think social media is a negative thing, but we should think.
To stay up to date with the latest JTV content, if you're on YouTube, click subscribe below the video and the alarm bell. And if you're on Facebook, click the like button, and under following, click see first.